Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we're getting into something really interesting in the optical world, Kirk and Kirk Eyewear.
That's right. And we're using a great guide from optometrist Paul Joseph, founder of the Optician Academy. It's packed with detail.
It really is. And our mission, essentially, is to unpack how Kirk and Kirk manages to blend its, family history.
Yeah, that multi-generational thing.
With some really innovative material science and that hands-on artisanal craft.
To create what they call art you wear, which is a pretty bold claim.
It is. And by the end of this, you might actually find yourself looking at your own glasses, a bit differently.
Yeah.
Thinking about what makes them more than just functional.
Definitely. Should we jump in?
Let's do it. Okay, so starting right at the core. Kirk says it's more than just a glasses company. What's their philosophy? How do they frame themselves, so to speak?
Well, it's interesting. They position themselves almost as an artistic movement. Their whole philosophy is about bringing together that heritage we mentioned, the material innovation, and this real artisanal craftsmanship.
So it's not just about seeing better.
Exactly. It's about each frame being a statement. Part of your personality, your creativity, your confidence. They're consciously trying to break away from just, conventional eyewear.
It feels like they're pushing back against glasses just being a medical device almost, making it an extension of personal style.
Precisely. It invites you, the wearer, to think about your glasses as part of your self-expression.
That makes sense. But, the term art can sometimes feel a bit lofty.
Yeah.
Maybe intimidating for an everyday item like glasses.
Yeah.
How do they keep it wearable?
That's a fair point. I think the art aspect for them is more about inspiring confidence and enabling that self-expression, but without losing sight of comfort or practicality.
Okay.
It's art you live in, not just something you hang on a wall.
Yeah.
And that comes down to thoughtful design and, crucially, the materials they choose.
All right. And that leads nicely into their history, because that innovative spirit, it's not new for them, is it?
Not at all. This family has been pushing boundaries for over a century.
It started way back, 1919. Sidney and Percy Kirk in London. And now Jason and Karen Kirk are continuing it, having revived the brand in 2013.
Yeah, and it's this real culture of firsts throughout their history. It's not just longevity, it's constant innovation.
Like what kind of firsts are we talking about?
Well, get this. Back in the 1920s, they launched the first lens delivery service using a motorcycle.
No way. In the 20s?
Yeah. Think about how customer-focused that was for the time, bringing the service right to people.
That's incredible. What else?
Then there was the Fast-Fit Bridge. That was the first ever adjustable nose pad.
Ah, okay. That must have been revolutionary for comfort.
Absolutely. It tackled a huge issue for spectacle wearers back then. And then think about durability. In 1937, Sir Malcolm Campbell wore their Motex safety glass, setting a water speed record.
So proving their stuff could handle extreme conditions.
Exactly. These aren't just little historical facts. They show this deep-seated drive to innovate and solve problems.
And you can see how that mindset, that culture of firsts, probably led them directly to their big modern innovation.
Which is moving away from acetate.
Right. The material most glasses, even luxury ones, are made from. They develop their own thing. K-Lite acrylic.
Well,
so for us non-scientists, what's the big deal? What makes K-Lite so different?
Okay, yeah, this is key. Because acrylic might not immediately scream luxury to everyone compared to Italian acetate.
Right.
But Kirk & Kirk's K-Lite Italian acrylic is different. The biggest benefit for you? Featherweight comfort.
So even those big, bold frames they make.
Exactly. Those chunky 8, even 10 millimeter thick frames. They're incredibly light. You avoid that heaviness, that pressure on your nose you sometimes get with thick acetate frames.
Okay, that's a huge plus, especially for all-day wear.
Huge. And then there's durability and shape retention. Acetate can sometimes stretch or warp, lose its shape over time, especially in heat.
Yeah, I've had that happen.
K-Lite acrylic doesn't do that. It holds its form, so your fit stays consistent for longer.
Makes sense. And the colors. The guide mentions they're pretty special.
Oh, they really are. They develop these exclusive layered color palettes, names like sugared violet, cherry, cosmic green. They have this amazing translucency, like jewels. They just glow.
You don't get that with standard acetate.
Not like this.
Yeah.
Acetate colors are different. K-Lite catches the light in a really unique way. Plus, it's 100% recyclable.
Good for sustainability.
And it's hypoallergenic and non-toxic, so great for anyone with sensitive skin.
So multiple benefits then: comfort, durability, the look, sustainability, skin-friendly. Yeah. It really tackles a lot of potential issues.
It absolutely does. It's a really considered material choice that impacts the entire wearing experience.
Okay, so we've got this amazing material, but then it needs to be made into something beautiful, right? Let's talk craftsmanship. This isn't churned out in a massive factory, I take it.
No, definitely not. It's a very artisanal process. Starts with Karen Kirk herself designing every frame in their UK studio, so there's a single design vision.
Okay.
And then, crucially, each frame is handmade from start to finish in one specific factory in France.
Just one place.
Yes, which means incredible consistency and quality control. They oversee the whole process.
What does that handcrafting involve?
Well, the finishing is quite something. The frames are tumbled for 2 whole days in pumice and wood chips.
Twos.
Yeah, it's a slow, gentle process to smooth and refine them. Then they're meticulously hand polished. That's how they get that signature, almost glass-like sheen.
Wow. And the hardware, hinges and things.
They use high-quality German 5-barrel hinges for strength and stability, and the nose pads are an integral part of the frame itself.
Ah, so no little pads stuck on.
Right, and interestingly, this design means they often don't need metal wires running through the temples for reinforcement like you see in most acetate frames.
Cleaner look, maybe stronger too.
Exactly, and then there are those little signature details.
The enamel pins.
Yeah. These tiny, precious metal pins, little flies, rams, other creatures, all handmade in Birmingham. They add this unique, kind of whimsical, bespoke touch.
It's like a hidden signature. That blend of traditional handwork and modern engineering, it's really impressive. Every detail feels intentional.
It really does. There's a thoughtfulness to the whole construction.
So how does all this, the material, the craft, translate into the actual collections? What kinds of styles do they offer?
They offer several distinct collections, each with its own personality. You've got Kaleidoscope, that uses the 8mm acrylic in those bold, transparent, jewel-like colors. Very playful, expressive.
Right, like light shining through.
Exactly. Then there's Centena. This uses the thicker 10mm acrylic. Very sculptural, a real stained glass presence, as the guide puts it. These are unapologetically bold.
Statement pieces.
Definitely.
Mm.
And there's a matte Centena version, too. Same bold shapes, but with the soft, velvety matte finish. A bit more understated, maybe.
Interesting contrast.
Right.
What about for smaller faces, or if you want something less dramatic?
That's where Centiles comes in. These are more petite, delicate frames. They still have that Kirk and Kirk DNA, but they're scaled for smaller features or a subtler look.
Good to have options.
And then there's Contour. This one's inspired by geology with faceted designs, creates interesting plays of light and shadow, really sculptural.
So quite a range. How would someone figure out which style works best for them, maybe based on face shape?
Yeah, face shape can be a helpful starting point. For round or oval faces, those geometric Centena styles can add nice definition.
Okay.
If you have a more square or angular face shape, maybe look at the softer curves of Kaleidoscope or Centiles to balance things out.
Right.
For heart-shaped faces, butterfly or cat eye shapes, like some in the Kaleidoscope line, can be really flattering. They lift the face.
And for longer faces?
The chunkier Centena frames can actually work really well. They add width and create a nice proportional balance.
That's useful guidance.
Yeah.
So who is the ideal Kirk and Kirk customer? Who are these frames really speaking to?
Well, it's definitely someone who sees eyewear as more than just functional. The fashion-forward person, someone with an artistic side who wants to express themselves.
Makes sense.
But also, very practically, they're fantastic for people with high prescriptions.
Ah, because the thick frames hide the lens edge.
Exactly. But crucially, without the weight penalty you'd usually get. That's a game changer for many high prescription wearers.
I can imagine.
And of course, anyone who just values comfort but still wants a bold look, they've won awards too, like Thor for Men's Frame of the Year. And you see them on quite a diverse range of people.
Like who?
People like Robert Downey Jr., Prue Leith, Richard Ayoade, even Young Thug. It shows they appeal across different styles and personalities.
That's quite a list.
Yeah.
It really underlines their unique appeal. So if we boil it all down, in a luxury market with lots of choices, what really makes Kirk and Kirk stand out from the crowd? What's their unique selling proposition, maybe?
I think it's less about one single feature and more about the whole package. It's what the guide calls a complete value system.
Okay, meaning?
Meaning the design, the material, the heritage, the craftsmanship, they all work together, reinforcing each other. It's not just one thing.
Right.
It's the K-Lite acrylic. Super light, durable, recyclable, hypoallergenic. It's those unique proprietary colors with that jewel-like glow.
Mm-hmm.
It's the fact they're genuinely handmade in France, in one place, for quality. It's the innovative design, bold shapes, but feather-light.
The engineering, too.
Yeah, the German hinges, integral nose pads, comfort and strength. And underpinning it all is that century of family expertise, that culture of firsts.
So it's the combination, the synergy of all those elements.
Exactly. It's a holistic approach that delivers something tangibly different for the wearer, not just a marketing story. That's what truly sets them apart.
It's a compelling package when you put it all together like that.
Huh.
A real difference you can feel and see. Well, this has been incredibly insightful, a real deep dive into what makes Kirk and Kirk tick. We've covered the heritage, the amazing K-Lite material, the craftsmanship. They really are making wearable art.
They absolutely are. And maybe, just as a final thought to leave you with, think about how understanding the whole story behind something changes your relationship with it.
How so?
Well, when you know about the heritage, the specific materials used, the hands that actually crafted it, the thinking behind the design, something like a pair of glasses stops being just a thing you use.
It becomes something more personal.
Exactly. It becomes a personal statement, maybe something you appreciate on a different level, even a small piece of art that makes your everyday life a little richer.
That's a great point.
So maybe apply that lens, pardon the pun, to other things you use every day. Look a bit deeper. You might be surprised by the stories and the art you find hidden in plain sight.